Manny?
What's up?
How you doing, my boy? What's up, JT?
It was going on.
Chilling.
All right.
All right, man. So you guys, we're gonna get to it. We're gonna get into their background, and these guys are good friends of mine, man. These are people that I've known for quite a while. Actually, Manny, I've mentioned him in a couple of shows before. He's one of the people that introduced me to wheelchair basketball. So we're gonna get to it real quick, you guys, and this is what I'd like to do. Okay, I'd like to do a little check-in. Just your name, level of injury, and how long you've been in the wheelchair. Okay, so let's start off with you, JT. Your name, level of injury, how long you've been in the chair.
Well, my name is Jacques Theus, but I go by JT, and I've been in a wheelchair for about 23 years.
23 years.
And I'm a T4 level and incomplete.
Okay. Get the camera. Oh no, you can't even move it, huh? No, you're good. Go ahead, Manny. Check in real quick.
My name is Manuel Cano. Call me Manny, Manuel, whatever. My injury is T12. Maybe an inch. For people that don't know, maybe an inch under my belly button.
Okay.
And I've been playing wheelchair basketball for maybe around 23 years already.
23 years. How long you been in the wheelchair?
I've been on a wheelchair maybe 25 years. Around
25
there.
years?
Yeah, 26
Wow.
years.
Okay, so
25, yeah.
Okay, so that's a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, heck yeah. All right, you guys. Well, let's get a little bit into your background. You know, I'm gonna start off with you, Manny, real quick. So how old were you? First of all, how old were you when you ended up in the wheelchair?
I was I was 18, and I check this out on the 29th of June. I got into my accident, right? Or yeah, and then July 6th was my birthday. So I was in my 19th birthday. I spent it in the hospital.
Oh, okay. So you were basically 19.
Basically 19.
Yeah, when you ended up. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about before your accident. You know, the situation. How'd you grow up? Where you from? Just a little bit about your background, so people could get to know you a little bit.
I was born and raised in Santa Ana, and I came to San Diego when I was 10 years old.
Okay.
And then when I came here, I started. I got raised in El Cajon, everywhere around San Diego, and then that's when I started. You know, I went to El Cajon. I just a regular life, dude. Just went to middle school, high school, and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, but I've been in San Diego for 30-some years, so
basically all your life.
I consider myself a San Diegan.
You are.
Yeah.
You're from San Diego. Yeah, It's been a while, dog. It's been a while. Okay. And what was a 15, 16-year-old man you doing at that time? So if you grew up in El Cajon, you went to regular high school, but what was your interest? What were you up to, bro? You know, me, when I was at that age, I was into like gangs and stuff like that. You know, what were you up to at, let's say, 15, 16?
You know what? When I was at that age, I was kind of confused because in Santa Ana, all I saw there was gangs, and then when I got here, I saw gangs in El Cajon, San Diego, and just around 14, my dad bought a ranch. So I kind of started loving animals and riding horses and taking care of animals and stuff like that. So it kind of changed a little bit from gangs to that. And that's when after like maybe around 14, I was doing both. I was loving it both, but at the end I chose to ride horses and kind of like a cowboy, like a cowboy. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So the ranch was here in San Diego, or
no? It was in Mexico.
What part of Mexico?
In Tecate.
Oh, okay, so right across the street kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So your dad got a farm. You were growing up around animals. You say you were riding horses?
Yeah, I was riding horses, and right around that age, around 15, around 16, around the 15, I mean, we started riding horses. We're maybe 13 years old, and I started liking it, and then that's when that's when I started doing doing rodeo and stuff like that.
How old were you when you started doing rodeo?
I was like maybe around 16, 15. I had done it when I was smaller, like little bulls and like sheep and big goats. And then when I was like 12 or 13, and then it got like bigger bulls, and then I started going into rodeos.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Man, that's not even something I would ever consider.
Yeah.
I would never be riding no bull, bro. Ever. ever.
I was young and dumb, man. Young and dumb.
I'll go gangbanging before I go on the bull. For real. That's not I don't think that would be that fun. So did you like enjoy it? Was it like did it become like part of you? Was it a hobby or was it just because your dad had a ranch?
No, it was. I just started hanging around with the people that did it, you know, like, and they're like, "Hey, man, start doing it." And I that's when I started going to rodeos and I started riding, and it was like adrenaline, you know what I mean? Like it was adrenaline, like I remember it was like the most like crazy 8 seconds because you got to be on them 8 seconds on the bull or the wild horse, you know, like saddle bronc or you got to last 8 seconds, and I remember those 8 seconds were just adrenaline, dude, just adrenaline.
So you have to hold on for 8 seconds.
8 seconds.
That's how you win.
Hold on. Yeah, you can't touch the bull. The bull can't touch you. You cannot touch the saddle. The saddle. You cannot touch the bull. Nothing. Because if you touch the bull, you get disqualified. Because if one hand touches him, it's like you could pull off his butt. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's got one hand in the air the whole 8 seconds.
And then so one hand in the air and then the rope.
Yeah, the rope on
or whatever it's called.
You grab on. Yes.
So you were 16 doing that?
Yeah, I was 16, 15 doing that, like 15.
And like, okay, so like, is there like a specific horse, a specific bull, or how does that work? Like,
no, there's specific bulls and specific horses that they got to be wild. They got to be wild.
Okay.
Yeah, at some point they get the shocker and they put it in their balls, the shocker, and then the whole point is you want them to buck. You don't want the horse to come out and run.
Go out here and buck, boy.
Yeah,
just buck.
The whole point is for him. The whole point for him is to buck. You know what I mean?
That is.
You don't want a bull that comes out and starts running. No, you want him to go around in circles and buck. The bull knows and he's trying to buck you off.
Oh, okay. Man, that's crazy. So 16, riding bulls. Were you getting paid or how was that working?
It was like a sport. Like first place would get a certain amount, and then after that you can probably get sponsors. But I was kind of starting, and at some point I wanted to go professional here in the United States.
Did you ever ride in Lakeside?
I rode in Lakeside. I rode in Ramona. Yeah,
because I know Lakes. I don't know nothing about rodeo, you guys. Like, that's why I'm asking you. But I know for sure Lakeside has a big event there, like every year.
Yeah, I rode there, and I rode like 3 times in Ramona, and I rode 1 time there. And my accident happened in Mexico. One of my friends, like I'm telling you, my friends, they're like, "Hey, there's a rodeo this weekend," and I'm like, and they're like, "Let's go," and I'm like, "Let's go." I grabbed my gear, my spurs, my chaps, my sombrero, everything. Let's go. That's when that happened.
Man, so you ended up in the wheelchair because of bull riding.
Yeah. Well, on that day, I rode a bull and I lasted 8 seconds. And then like an hour and a half later, I got on a wild horse and I put the saddle. It's a special saddle. You put the saddle, and right before I was in that, because you ask for the door, right? Because it's all steel cages around you.
Okay.
When you ask for the door, the horse or the bull, he sees light, right? With the open door. He sees like, oh shit, the door's open. And he starts bucking. Right before I was going to ask for the door, because the cowboy's the one that asked for the door to open. And there's a guy that opens it. So right before I asked for the door, the horse got scared and he lunged back and he broke me against the metal tubes. And that's when I came down and I couldn't feel my leg no more. I was like, what the hell is going on?
So you didn't get to come out?
No, I didn't even get to come out.
So the door wasn't open. He didn't get to jump out.
I was about to ask for the door when the horse got scared and he lunged back and he crushed my. That's when he broke my spinal cord.
Okay, let's say this. Let's imagine this, right? You're sitting on the bull. The door's not open, so you're still stuck in there with him.
Yes.
And all he did was lift up.
Go back. He lunged back. Like what? That back.
And how did it affect your back?
Because when he went back, I kind of do this. I did this. If I would have gone back with him, maybe he would have cracked my head. But when he went back, I went to the side like this. And when I went to the side, that's when he went, because I went forward. You understand me? It happened so quick, dude.
So it's like he pushed you in a way.
He pushed me back to the tubes. I had no room. So my only room was to do this. And when I did this, that's when I went forward a little bit. You know what I mean? Once I went forward like this, it broke my back. I couldn't feel my leg no more. Good thing I grabbed onto the hair on the neck. I grabbed on because I couldn't. Then one guy pulled me out, and that's when he's like, "Oh, you're fine. There's no blood." He's like, "What's your name?" I'm like, "Manuel." How old are you? 18. Where you at? Oh, I'm at the rodeo. He's like, "Oh, you're fine." And I'm like, "Dude, but I can't feel my legs. I cannot feel them." And I told him at that second, I was like, "Dude, there's something wrong with me." That's when the the ambulance grabbed me and took me to the border, and then the border they crossed me over and they air flighted me to San Diego.
Okay. So before we get all the way over there, so he basically cracked your back.
Yeah.
You didn't know you were paralyzed.
No, I didn't.
And did you ask him to get you out, or did somebody just say?
Somebody saw it. Somebody saw it. Once they saw the horse going back, because you could hear it, the tubes, like you could hear it. So once he heard it, he jumped on top of the tubes, and when on top of the tubes, he grabbed me right away and took me out.
Damn.
Yeah, and when he did that, he probably messed up my spinal cord more.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but if he wouldn't have done that, I would have probably gone under
Stomped
the leg.
out?
I would have. Yeah, the horse would have stomped on me and probably killed me, bro.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And you were in Tecate?
Tecate, yeah. And that's when the ambulance brought me to the border, and then they gave me a shot. I remember because the guy put un palo like this because it hurt, bro. It hurt, and I was like this. I was biting. He's like, no, está bien. Gave me a shot, and they brought me to the border, and that's when the helicopter they stopped the border for like 2 hours, dude, because the helicopter landed right on the border.
Damn.
Yeah.
No
like
way.
an hour and a half. They blocked the border, bro. Yeah.
So how long did it take from where you? So because to cross the border you have to make a line, right? So you didn't make no line. They just
they brought
you.
me. They took me straight to there.
Wow.
Like an emergency. Yeah.
So that's the only way you cross the border that fast.
And then yeah. And then when they took me, the ambulance was waiting for me already. But the ambulance said, no, he's spinal cord injury, fragile, very fragile. And that's when they called the helicopter to go pick me up.
That's what I was gonna ask you. Why would they bring a helicopter?
Yeah, because the ambulance was waiting for me, but the ambulance was like, you know what? He's spinal cord injury. We can't go because from Tecate to San Diego, there's curvy roads.
Yeah, it's
real
dangerous.
Curvy,
yeah,
very curvy.
Yeah.
So they're like, you know what? We cannot move him. Any movement that he makes from now on, it could be more critical for him. You know what I mean? So the helicopter picked me up in the border.
So basically, the only reason they picked you up from the helicopter because the road to Tecate from, let's say, El Cajon to Tecate, it's
windy.
You gotta be careful when you drive that.
Oh yeah.
Dang. So they're like, you need a helicopter. So okay, I've never been in a helicopter. I've had a helicopter over me, but I've never been in one. Right? I've had one over me, but I've never been in one. What was that like, bro? Okay, me if I'm going through that and I see a helicopter, I'm gonna trip out a little bit more.
Well,
like it looks more serious in my point of view, right?
Well, just think about it. The first thing they do is strap you down. You know what I mean? Like, so your arm won't move, and even this can damage it. So they had me strapped down. So imagine I was strapped down, looking up like this, and just seeing the propeller go. But bro, I started fucking crying, dude. Fucking crying, bro. I was scared as fuck. Imagine 18 and be like, what the fuck? Like, but why did the helicopter pick me up? You know what I'm saying?
And you didn't know that at the time, huh?
I didn't know that. I was like, dude, why can't I feel my leg? I didn't even know. I didn't know I was paralyzed. I knew I was paralyzed when I got to the hospital. That's when I knew when the doctor took x-rays and he's like, you're paralyzed.
What hospital did you go to?
I went to Mercy Hospital right here in Hillcrest.
In Hillcrest?
Yeah.
Damn, so they went from there, they flew it all the way over there.
Yeah.
And then, okay, so now we're in the hospital, right? How long did it take for you to realize that you're paralyzed? What was something that was, because now the helicopter's there, that stands out alone by itself. Now you're in the hospital, what's standing out to you? What's going on? What are you hearing that you're like, wow, like is this really happening? Is this really?
It was, you know what, dude? It was like 10 feelings in one, dude. I was mad. I was like sad. You know, I was like scared. I was like, what the fuck? Like it was like a dream. I'd wake up in the hospital and be like, damn, this is a dream, man. I want to wake up and it's a dream. And I'd wake up and I'm like, fuck, it's real. Fucking nerves, the fucking pump right there, the everything, like all these machines, like, damn, it's real shit. Like, it's real. Like, you better recognize, like they say, you better recognize that it's real. This ain't no damn dream.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, I was like sad, mad at the world, mad, like all these feelings in one, bro. Like, you know what I mean? And then at some point, I mean, when you wake up and the nurses, you know, injecting you every 4 hours,
taking out blood,
dude, and all that. I'm like,
how long did it take for you to realize? Who told you were paralyzed? Because I remember they came in the ICU and they're like, you're paralyzed from the waist down, blah 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 blah, right? Yeah. And now I was so high on morphine and whatever they were giving me, bro, that I wasn't captivating it yet. I remember being in the hospital and telling my mom to put on my shoes.
Yeah.
Like, that's how high I was. That I was like, I started talking smack to her, like, put on my fucking shoes, blah, blah, blah. Because I didn't know what was going on either. I still didn't know I was paralyzed. I found out I was paralyzed, bro, when they brought the wheelchair for the first time. You know, where did you feel that, like, man, I'm paralyzed. This is real. Because I know, so, because we're already saying the experience in the hospital, but it's a different moment when you're like, okay, now you're sitting down, you're a little more calm maybe, and now it's like, damn, you're paralyzed. I didn't even know what paralyzed meant. I didn't even know what that word meant. So, like, how did that look for you?
Look, check this out. When I was in the hospital, to me it was like a big blur still, a big dream, bro. When I was in the hospital, to me it was like, and to that point, I was like I didn't want to make it know that I'm like, it's this ain't real, like in denial.
Okay.
This ain't real.
Yeah.
But you know when I realized that I was fucked up was when I was at home. Oh fuck, dude. I remember I was at home and my mom had to work, so my little brother, he had to take care of me. So I took a shit on myself, and my little brother helped me. 9 years old.
Fuck, man.
And he pulled out a diaper, bro, like this big, a diaper, bro, like that, and he put it on, and I'm like, fuck. When I saw the diaper, I was like, fuck, this is real shit, dude. I'm in a wheelchair. I'm paralyzed. I'm literally paralyzed, dude. I'm paralyzed. When he did that, I had to roll. Either move, and he moved, and then roll back, you know, like a kid, you know, a little kid, le levanta las patitas and shit, and you're like, you put it under, and you gotta move it to the side, and then boom. Dude, that's when I recognized, like, when I was in the hospital, like a dream, like a blur, a dream, and then now, no, it's not happening. But when they took me home, and my brother had to change my diaper, that's when I saw the diaper, and I was like, I shit on myself. I was like, what 90-year-old shits on themselves, bro?
Fuck, bro.
Yeah, now that's when I was like, you know what? You're paralyzed, Manny. You're fucking paralyzed, dude. That's when I was like, that's when I realized, like, oh shit, like you better do something about this. Like, you know what I mean? You're already like this, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's when I realized, and I was like, so I started being independent. That's when I started driving.
So let me ask you this though, because. So even while you're in rehab, you're still in denial? Because how did you do rehab?
I didn't do rehab because they almost dropped me one time when I went. They literally almost dropped me, and I told them I'm not going back. I only had 6 visits. I had 16, and on my 5th or 6th visit, they almost dropped me. And I told them, dude, you almost dropped me, and he's like, oh, it's okay. And I was still kind of like, I'm gonna walk. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna live.
Damn. So you were thinking that?
Yeah, and they're teaching me how to live that way. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna walk. Why are you teaching me how to live this way? I don't want to live this way. And they're teaching me how to cook, and with a palo, grab onto the sopa on top, and how to cook, and how to get around, and how to reach for things. That's why, to me, I was like, no, I'm gonna walk.
So, bro, when I was in the rehab, I knew I wasn't gonna walk. That's how I was. So like, I had no hope to ever think that I was gonna walk. There was no, I guess, I don't know if I wasn't that resilient to it like you were, but I was like, I don't want to say I accepted it, but I was like, this is what it is. Like, I'm like, I can't walk. I never even, I don't even want to sound like this, but I don't even think I ever tried to walk.
Yeah.
You know, like some people try, and like, you know, and I don't think I did. You know, when you mentioned your brother, you know, changing your diaper, bro, when I was at my mom's, and my sister started putting on my shoes for me and my socks, and she was 13.
Yeah.
And I was 19 already, and that's what came to mind when you said that. I'm here looking at my little sister, bro. I wouldn't see her because I was out in the street doing what I was doing, so I didn't even have a relationship with her in a sense. Like, she's my sister, but we didn't talk. I just saw her, hey, what's up, and I'm out.
Yeah.
And now she's the one helping me. I'm like a fucking baby. Like, after going through that, bro, you know what did it take for you to little by little be okay with it? Because I don't think anybody's just okay with it when you end up paralyzed. No. But what shaped you to get to the point where you're at today? Because you've been in the chair 23 years. You look good, bro. You know, what helped you take that change and just kind of like accept it in a way?
Check this out. I remember before when I was smaller, a lot of people things would happen to you, and a lot of people would tell you, time will heal. And I'm like, the hell with that shit, man. What do you mean time will heal? Time ain't healing nothing. And I think as time went on, it started healing me a little bit more. You know what I mean? Like, she was healing me in a way where I kind of understand now, like, at some point I think, like, God probably put a purpose in this world for me.
You gotta live.
And this is my purpose now, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, to help little kids, like with JT and our organization, help little kids now. You know what I mean? Like, I think he put a purpose on me now, you know what I mean? And then it got to the point where, you know what, you gotta keep living. Like, my mom loves me, you know what I mean? Like, my family loves me, my neighbor loves me, like,
Yeah.
dude, they care, you know what I mean? If something happens to me, fuck, JT and Manny, they're gonna care, you know? You're gonna
We have
you're
another
gonna care.
Manny here in the studio. We got little Manny, big Manny, so that's why he said Manny. You guys, he's not talking about himself. Just letting them know. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think kind of time kind of heals, you know what I mean? And at some point, like, you gotta think, like, people still love you, people that still care for you, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you kind of gotta keep living for your mom, for your brother, for your dad, for whoever's still alive that you got. That
How
that care for you.
did your mom deal with it? You know, because you're 19. How many are you the oldest, or how does that work?
No, I'm right in the I'm in the middle child.
In the middle. How did she take it, seeing her son? Because look, bro, it's not like you were doing it just bull riding. It's not like you were doing bad stuff. You know, it was a sport that you. I'm guessing it's a sport. I don't know if it's a sport, but it's something that you enjoyed, bro.
Yeah.
You know,
I loved it.
Yeah, and how did your mom take it? What was she? What was something that you were noticing about her that she was dealing with it as well, like you were?
At some point, my mom. Look, when we're young, we're selfish, dude.
Hell yeah.
When we're young, we don't. If something were to happen to me, I'd be like, it's gonna happen to me. Not knowing that you're selfish. Why? Look at your sister. You were in the accident, not her. And she's changing your shoes. I was in the accident, not my little brother. He's changing my diaper, bro. And we think, oh, I'm gonna hurt myself. I don't give a shit. But at some point, something happens. You're hurting them, bro. You're hurting your little sister. You're hurting your little brother. You're hurting your mom, bro. Like, crying, like, why, taking care of you. Even though they're gonna do it at 110%, but at some point, like, your parents are like, hey, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, I mean, parents love you. You know what I mean? So, at some point she couldn't do nothing about it, but just step it up, and I gotta take care of my son.
Just deal. Yeah.
But she cried. I saw her crying for days, bro. For days.
Yeah, bro. My mom would tell me, she's like, it hurts me seeing you push up, because I lived in a trailer park before, and it's like a little hill to get up to the main street, and I still wanted to be in the streets, so I would leave, bro. I would be in my chair pushing, taking the bus, or just mobbing it in my chair. And I remember one time my mom crying, saying, like, it kills me seeing you push that hill.
So, yeah.
Looking at you, looking at your back. She's like, I remember when you would just go about your day and just walk, and just do what you got to do. And she's like, and now I have to watch you like this. And, I remember when I was in the hospital, bro, the first time I woke up, there was no homies, no girlfriend, no nothing, bro. It was my mom and my dad. And I remember waking up and telling my mom, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm waking up and I'm seeing everything around me. I'm like, damn, this is not cool. And I remember just telling them, I'm sorry. And she's like, it's okay. She's like, it's okay. She's like, just go to sleep. It's all right. But me, bro, I don't feel they deserve that.
No,
because
they don't.
my parents tried to raise me right, and I was just so attracted to that shit that it didn't matter how much at that time. It didn't matter how much they loved me, but I was so driven. I was so just attracted to it, man. And seeing my parents, my dad started losing his hair, bro. My mom started getting heart attacks. My sister at 13 started taking therapy. My brother was still in the mix. My brother went harder because he got shot with me.
So check this out. Remember I told you my story, and from the rodeo, they took me to the border. Well, when they put me in the rodeo, one of my friends went to go tell my dad in our ranch to tell him something happened to Manny. So my dad got the truck and he came to the border, bro. When he came to the border, I was in the ambulance. Remember I told you before? I was in the ambulance, and my dad gets there, and when my dad gets there, I was strapped down, and I remember him telling me, I told you not to be riding because my mom, my mom me tapaba, you know what I mean? My mom would cover for me, bro. My mom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, to ride. And my dad,
He didn't like
he
it.
didn't like it. And my mom would cover for me. My mom, she'd cover for me. She knew I was riding and she wouldn't tell my dad.
No way, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Man, trip out. My mom would cover for me
Yeah,
too, bro.
dude, she
When I was
covered
doing stupid stuff and she knew it,
My mom, yeah.
I would come home with like blood on me or something on me, bro. Like
And
never.
Then, and then my dad goes outside the ambulance, and then that was the first time, dude, and the last I ever saw my dad cry. He hugged me because I couldn't move. He hugged me. He goes, "I love you," and that was the last time that like, well, that was one of the times when he came in. He's like, "I told you," I told you, like with his voice was kind of like
Probably a voice you never heard from him come out from him,
yeah,
huh?
bro, the
Yeah.
voice that it was so like
From his heart.
from his heart, bro, it was from his heart, his voice, when the way he said it. He's like, "I told you, mijo, I told you." And I remember, and I was like, "Damn, my mom used, I'm sorry, she used to cover up for me." And when he hugged me, he's like, "I told you." He's like, "I told you not to do this."
That's crazy,
And,
man.
and I thought, you know what? And I thought, you know what? What's gonna happen to me? A broken pinky, bro, or what?
You didn't think it was something serious?
Yeah. And I never broke a bone in my body till I broke my back.
Man, my boy, that's heavy, man. That's, a parent's love, bro. I met a lot of kids in juvenile halls, because I used to work there, and not for the juvenile hall, but I worked for a program that allowed me to go in there, and you see the effect of not having a dad and not having a mom.
Yeah.
These kids that's why they're so rebellious, or sometimes they're very careless. Going back to the sport, did you know anybody before that doing rodeo that ended up paralyzed? Did you ever hear about it? Because you know what's funny, bro, about me? Even though I was in gangs and all that, I never met nobody in a wheelchair. I have a homegirl that was from a LA gang. She was from 18th Street, and she knew a gang of fools in wheelchairs. I never knew nobody in a wheelchair. Even though we were out here doing our thing, I don't know no homies in wheelchairs, right? So, did you know anybody that was involved in the rodeo and ended up with your situation, or kind of like you said, it was just a broken pinky, broken wrist?
There was another guy that used to go around rodeos too, and he got hurt in Tijuana from a bull, and he got paralyzed. And it was at my time, like right before I got hurt, he got hurt. Maybe like 6 months or 5 months before I got hurt, he got hurt.
Wow.
And he was paralyzed too. And it was a bull. It was a bull.
That's dangerous. You're ballsy, bro. You're ballsy. I would have never. I don't know about you, JT, but I ain't riding no bull, dog. I'm just not.
Doing right. Hell no.
I'm not. Man.
I was young though, man. I was young.
Yeah, but that's like, it's not, one thing, the way I see it, it's not like an unhealthy thing to do. It's risky, that's for sure, like anything else, but it's not like, I'm guessing you were trying to have fun with it.
Yeah,
were you planning on like trying to go big leagues on it,
Yeah,
or were you just doing it as a hobby?
I was doing it like a hobby, and actually I was pretty good. So I was like, you know what, maybe I can keep going, you know what I mean, and maybe come to the United States and make money, or just make it bigger for me, you know what I mean? Because I was pretty good, so I was like, dude, maybe I can get an instructor, and help
Coach type of thing?
a little coach, and coach me a little things that I don't know,
Man, and how hard is it to hold on for 8 seconds?
Bro, the 8 seconds feels like 20 minutes, bro.
For real?
Yeah.
That's scary, bro. I wouldn't even like.
But imagine that. I mean, you have the bull's nut tied,
Yeah.
and they're pulling on it.
Oh hell no!
God.
Poor bull.
They put a string on their balls on the top, and they pulled on it, and then that's when they make them buck like that.
Oh my god.
That's crazy, my boy.
I remember I got on a horse one time, and he swung me, and when he swung me like forward. He swung me forward like that, and when he swung me forward, I kind of you learn how to fall.
Okay.
So when I fell like this, because it was in front of him, so when I fell like this, I kind of did the tuck and roll,
Okay, yeah,
And
yeah.
it was all full of dirt. Keep in mind, full of dirt.
Yeah.
And then when I tuck and roll like this, I look up because he threw me in front of him. I looked up and he was on top of me like this, right on top of me like this, kicking, bro. And I'm like, I just went like a little ball. Like
Because he's gonna stomp you out.
He's gonna stomp me out. Like, don't kick me.
Yeah.
And then that's when I should have learned my lesson.
Damn, bro. Nah, man. It's unfortunately, bro. It takes sometimes a lot harder lesson than that. Just falling off the bull. I don't think it's enough. I have never fallen off a bull, but I've gotten beat up, chased. like all that knives pulled out on me, and I still didn't get it. So
Yeah, I know.
it's just we're young, man, but man, 19, bro, big life changer. Manny, thank you for sharing that, bro. That's
No problem, bro.
That's awesome. I've never met nobody that ever did rodeo either. Even though like I'm I'm from El Cajon and Lakeside's right there, but I never went. It's not my thing. I don't even wear hats, cowboy shit. I don't do that.
Yeah.
But man, that's what's up, Manny. JT, bro. I've known you for a minute. I've never heard your story. How old were you when you ended up in the chair?
Well, it's nothing like this guy.
You weren't riding no bulls, huh?
But that's a little crazy. But no.
How old were you when you ended up in the chair?
Yeah, but I was about 18, 19 years old.
Oh, you too? Okay.
Yeah, and my story is a little. It's just simple. It was.
Well, let's start off. Where were you from? Let's start like where you from.
Well, I was born in Haiti.
Nice. Oh, that's what's up.
So right there, the Dominican Republic, you have Haiti. So it was right there, and then.
How old were you when you came to the States?
When I was 12 years old, I came to the United States.
Okay. So tell me. I don't know shit about Haiti, bro. What's it like? What is the culture shock? I guess that you experienced at 12 years old? Because you're basically grown. You kind of understand a little bit more by then. What was a big culture shock for you?
I mean, it's different. I mean, if you follow the story to Haiti, it's just kind of like Africa right now with what's going on in the third world, like with there's a lot of murder, a lot of raping, a lot of things going on.
Yeah,
with the government. So it's a bunch of politics and Haiti. When I was growing up, it was one of the best place to be as if you want to go visit. And if you was one of the first country to was run by black dictators. A lot of people don't know the stories about Haiti.
I don't know nothing.
But now with the social media, YouTubes, stuff like that,
right.
Google's, there's so many information. We have so many resources in Haiti. We have gold. We have gold more than Venezuela. We have oil, a bunch of stuff. Yeah, that's it, gold, and this is why the country is going to so much thing right now. It's about like the riches always know where to go and hunt stuff. Like you have things going on in Haiti right now. Like at night, in and out, ship things coming in, just a bunch of rich people coming out there, just doing what they do, and then the poor is gonna suffer.
Damn.
But I didn't get it.
So that's part of the U.S. Haiti. I don't know.
No. The Haiti is it's an island.
Okay, so it's its own country.
It's own country.
Oh, okay.
I just told it was like right there was country. It was right there with the Dominican Republic, the same island. Just kind of how you have California and Mexico.
Right.
You have the border.
Okay.
And so it was right there in between. It was right there at the tail of Florida.
Huh.
Right there by Cuba.
Oh, okay. So, I've never.
Yeah, so
I've never met. I don't think I've ever even met any Haitians. That's how you
Haitian.
Haitian. Okay, Haitian.
Man. We just.
So what was a big culture shock coming from over there?
Well, it was different. I mean, when I came out here, everything was just so freaking. I'm not gonna say easy. It was just like the transition was like, because it's a lot tough out here. So there was a lot of more opportunities, and it was beautiful, and you get to do whatever you want, and you have freedom.
San Diego was the first place you landed at?
No. Actually, I was around by in the East Coast.
Oh, you were in the East Coast. Okay.
Yeah, so around Brooklyn, New York, and then I ended up in New Jersey where I did my high school.
Oh, okay.
And from there, when I graduated, I just joined the military, man.
Oh, nice. Oh, so you okay. So you became a citizen and all that stuff, I guess?
Did all that, the citizen, everything, lived there. Well, I was over there, but most of my family was out here.
Oh, okay.
In the United States. It was just, it was crazy for my dad telling me the story for years that I should have been born here. But it was like, I guess back then when he was trying to go with the embassy, trying to get his visa, and he got into it with one of them. My dad, just mouthing,
Yeah.
to where they denied his visa, so he was forced to stay there. And boom, hook up with my mom and then got pregnant, yada yada, stuff. So
that's what's up. So is there a big Haitian community in New York, Brooklyn, that area, or was it small?
Oh my God, man.
It's big.
Man, you talking about New York? It's like the capital
of Haitians.
But not even that. Just you got Florida too. It's right there in the tail. It takes about an hour with.
So they're in Tijuana.
Yeah, And yeah, man,
Yeah, they're in Tijuana right now.
They're in Tijuana,
man.
bro.
There's a bunch, bro. That's crazy. There's a bunch of them
That's
there.
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
You
they're
go
in
to-
Tijuana.
You go to Mexico, you go to Haiti. It's like, oh man, we could make it, man. We love it, man. It's
Yeah,
it's the
okay.
Same thing.
Yeah.
We'd be building houses with bricks. Like you got your land, you built your house and all that from the bottom up with bricks. It's not like out here. You know?
Yeah.
And it's just like
So it would be considered a third world country type of thing.
Well, it is.
It is. Oh, it is. Okay,
It
okay.
is, you know, and yeah. So,
Man,
but
That's what's up, bro.
it's something. It is different than when you come out here from a third world country. You come to the United States. There's so many opportunities. It just kind of.
Give me one that stood out to you at that time. One thing that, like you said, there's limited opportunities in Haiti. You know, you come here and you're saying, man, you don't want to say it's easy, but there's more, like you said, opportunities. What is one of those things that Haiti didn't have that you saw here in the States? Like maybe schools, because I went to school in Mexico. It's very different here than over there.
Well, the school over here is another thing because school is free out here. Like for years, my dad had to pay because my dad he had his own business, the Theus Construction, Good Humor.
Okay.
It's kind of like everybody know each other around that town, you know, and my whole family, you know, there's a lot of people know of us, you know, around that whole block, the whole town. So my dad was well known, and we had so to go to school, so you had to pay. So a lot of time, like, if you don't have money, you're really not going to be educated.
Wow.
Because they don't have, back then, way before me, you know, when I was young around my dad, they had free schools, but over the years, they started doing away with that. So to go to school, you really have to have money. So to come out here, it was a free opportunity. You get to come here. And even when I came here, man, I remember when I went to, kids used to think I was such a math genius. And I'm like, shit, man, this shit is so easy. It's like, what the, you know, and it was just so simple, like basic math. It's just the way to teach you. Because when I was growing up, in America, the way they teach out here is different. You get multiple choices. You give you a question, you know. And the way it is like a little A, B, C, D.
And guess.
And two of them usually not even close to it.
Right.
Say, oh, shit, you can guess and just pass.
Yeah.
Do you know, when I was growing up, every morning, my mama I used to wake us up early in the morning and I had to get ready, do my grooming, whatever, and I had to go recite my homework to her. And you know how I used to steady? Like what she's doing my sister hair, so I had to go. She'd get the book, like history books, and she'd like, all right, chapter 1, let's go. I swear to you, man.
So you had to memorize that?
I had to recite the damn chapter. Sometimes we have a whole chapter. It had to find a way how to do you like little singing tune to try to memorize.
Yeah.
And as I got older, I started learning how to use different words, comprehensively understand what I'm reading, and just kind of explain a different way. But when I was young, I had to recite the whole thing, and my mom was with a fucking belt. Go ahead, fuck up.
Oh, you better remember this shit.
Oh my God, man.
So there was no multiple choice over there. It's like the answer is the answer.
No,
like that's
the
it.
test is like,
You're gonna remember it, or you're gonna remember it?
Yeah.
They give you 10 questions, and then one question, then they give you the question, and you have to write about it. You have to write about it, whatever it is. There's no, hey, you know, the answers. Hell no, man.
A, B, C, Ds. Man, I remember when I did. I did 5th grade. I make it sound like I went to jail in Mexico, but I went to school in Mexico, and I did 5th grade over there, right? I remember cursive. They learned it like in 1st grade.
Yeah.
They were already
More advanced.
When you said math, same
advanced.
thing. I was like, they're doing algebra. I'm like, what the fuck is algebra? Like, I didn't even know, bro. Basic math, times tables, division, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So that's a trip, bro. And so that was in your times how school was done, right? So I'm guessing today is not the same either.
Well, today's not the same because right now, I mean, there's no money.
Do you still have family over there?
Oh yeah, I have families over there, but mostly out here. And it's just right now they're just like I said. There's no opportunities. You know, there's a lot of murder happening.
Yeah,
a lot of kidnapping.
Is that why there's a lot of them in TJ right now?
Yeah,
because of that.
Yeah.
So there's like a civil war, or what is it?
Looking for opportunities, but you know what though? Right now, if you look at Haiti, there's no country have the most gang. Like the most gang, I'm talking about like gang, you know? Like so many gangs, and these guys like run blocks. They have their own territory. and they all at each other's throat. You know,
Damn,
and
that's
I'm talking about people's getting kidnapped broad daylight, and nobody can do nothing about it. The motherfucker just pulling up in the damn truck and just pull up with the gun, and then just run up
smoking
on you,
them.
and then you just like whoa, and just kidnap you, whatever. Nobody, but lately the people they start
They're rebelling, stepping up.
because now we have something we do in Haiti, man. Don't play that. Every Haitian will tell you that in history, while we done that. You fuck around with us, man. We'll put some tie. We'll burn your ass.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah,
burn you.
I have no doubt that at one point the U.S. tried to take over Haiti. I'm guessing at one point they had to, right?
Well, you know what I mean.
Because I don't know the story. I'm here guessing,
There's a lot of politicking, man. I don't think we want to go into that.
Right, yeah.
I don't want nobody knocking on my door. And shit, telling me some stuff,
What the
whatever.
fuck you say? Yeah.
You know, but
Well, what is the main language in Haiti? What's it called? Or
The main language is Creole.
Creole?
But now it's like there's a lot of there's French too, it's French. Yeah. But the
Okay.
Creole, the way I understand Creole is mostly a lot of people that speak Creole. These people they couldn't go to school. They was back then well educated. So because French is just more formal. It's just to me French is a broken down Creole.
Okay.
It's just a lot more formal grammars and stuff like that with it. But usually the people that tend to learn how to speak French in that country. Usually those that actually pay and go to school.
Oh, okay.
To where and simply usually like families that have money, they usually and that's how it usually be. So, but now in Haiti, Creole is the main number one. Now you having the president. Back in the days, the president of the United States make a speech. I mean, it's the president.
The president of Haiti, right?
The president of Haiti make a speech.
Okay.
And they'll just be strictly French. Strictly French, and a lot of people that don't speak French, they be like, "What the hell he say? That what
Right.
But now you have that the president or whoever just speaks strictly Creole.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
Creole's become very popular. One of those.
Okay.
Languages. So
That's crazy. Yeah, I've never. One thing I remember last time we went to TJ, there was a bunch of them there, bro. I was like, what the fuck? Like, what's going? Like I don't know what was going on. And then actually, what's the trip? We see them at the Home Depot in El Cajon, huh? They're like, in my head, I'm like, you guys, like, I don't know if you guys want to be at this Home Depot. No. like, I don't want to sound like it's racist, but it's East County. It is what it is, homie. But it's like, I didn't know how the hell do you end up all the way over here? Like what? I guess my question is, what caused them to come in the masses? Because there's a lot of them.
Yeah, but you see a lot of them looking for opportunity.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Because you over there, I'm talking about if you have $10, $10, you go give one of them there, man. Oh my God, you just saved their life. Because $10 will get them a lot when they convert that to
Yeah.
And then I'm talking about food and everything. Like, it's just so tough. And then now with you don't have nothing coming in, shit, man. And then to where like that people, I mean, even now with that, what happened with the earthquake? You still, remember that earthquake?
Yeah.
Haiti, whatever.
Uh-huh.
You still have people in the streets still to this day living on the street. Don't have home never been built.
Have you ever told your kids about how you grew up? Do they know about it? Because I know, I know his family, his kids. We see them all the time, and do they understand what that's like or how good they have it here?
Yeah, every now and then I tell them. My kids like what they call millennial.
Okay.
With that new, that millennial, it's hard.
Yeah.
I try to explain to them certain things. They look at me like, well,
we're not in Haiti.
We're not in Haiti, so fuck it.
But I'm like, but it was tough though. But there's a lot of changes happening though, man. But maybe it's just not happening in Haiti.
Right.
But a lot of people that you see that come to United States, it's just because you're looking for opportunity.
Yeah.
And they come. I'm gonna tell you, man. And they come here, man. Haitian people one of the hardest worker, man. These guys they'll be the first one at the door, and they'll be the last one to leave, and they'll bust their ass.
What's a trip, bro? And TJ, they're already trying to wash windows, sell candy. Like, they didn't even wait. They went to go find stuff and start selling it like that, bro. That's a trip. You're right.
It was probably worse in Haiti than there.
Probably.
You know what I mean?
The way he's making it sound, yeah. So let's get to the military part. So, did you end up in the wheelchair because of the military, or
no?
What branch did you join?
I was in the Marine Corps.
Okay. So then let's get into your accident, bro. Like, so it's not military, but it wasn't like you were in the war or nothing. But
No.
but you had just joined, I'm guessing.
No, well, yeah, I was in there for a while, but I had just came out here to California,
Oh, okay.
and I was 18 years old, like shit, man, you know. And I met a few guys, you know, some of my crew was real nice, real cool people and everything. And I was getting the hang of it, you know what I mean?
Okay.
I have never been away from back east.
Okay.
That's the first time being in the West Coast.
What year is it?
It's 1998.
Okay.
97, no, 98. 98.
98. Okay.
So, and I'm sitting there, and then my accident happened in 99. So within less than a year of me being there, that happened. So when I came out here, it was crazy. Like, oh man, you know, guess what, man? You guys, and I heard about TJ.
Haitians like TJ.
Man, you don't understand. It's just when you're young and you're in the military and you get to do
Tijuana's
something-
TJ. TJ is Tijuana.
Yeah, for people that don't know, we're talking about Tijuana.
I've said TJ
Yeah,
before,
and I'm
TJ
talking about-
people are like, what's that?
And we talking
Tijuana,
about
oh,
in,
okay.
in the 90s, like 98,
Yeah.
90, it was popping.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Oh
Yeah.
my God! But you guys had a club like it's supposed to be a bus.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, it was crazy. So when I came out here, like I have never seen shit that crazy. I mean, I've seen club. You go to New York, you go to city, but yeah, you know, but it's not the same. Everything.
Yeah, Hong Kong
Well,
stands out, huh?
Was there Hong Kong before?
Back then,
No,
probably.
it was Adelitas.
Oh, Adelitas? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Hong Kong,
I wouldn't know.
Hong Kong started like in about 2000 something.
Oh, for real? I didn't know that, bro.
2003.
Yeah.
The Adelitas ruled for like 20 years, and then Hong Kong came and stomped it out.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
you
like-
guys, so basically, you're military guys trying to go have a good time, just go
Yeah,
kick it, right?
No, so that's what everybody usually do sometimes.
Yeah,
You go
yeah.
there because you was allowed to drink, you know, versus
Yeah.
on base it was the same, the law, you know, the rules were a little bit different.
Right.
So we've done this over and over.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's not the first time we've been there. We've gone out there to have fun, we kick it and, you know, having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, just that one night that I guess it was raining. And right now I'm saying here talking to you still to this day. Every night, you know, still to this day, I'm trying to piece up together what happened, and I don't know.
So you guys were like that drunk or what?
No, because I was asleep, and I just kind of when that thing happened, you just went unconscious or something.
Okay, but tell me what. Okay, tell me the little bit you remember. Like,
So
were you
what I
guys
was-
driving or?
From what I was told is that we was just at the club, just hanging out.
Oh yeah, clubbing.
And you make it playing stuff, man, and I guess we had to go back on base. You know, we had to work because you know it was on Saturday night we left. So Sunday morning we had duty that morning. So you're trying to leave that night, and you're trying to make it there in time. So.
Right.
But I was coming, and my friend was driving. My friend drove, and I was told I was a passenger. I was in the front seat, you know, in the front seat, and I had one of my own boy that was in the back seat. And then we just drove. And so usually what happened, we take turns. Who's driving, who's able to drive and stuff like that. They're responsible. I mean, we young.
Yeah.
So, you know, and then I fell asleep. You know, I was just on the passenger side, sleeping. And shit you not, man. I don't even know what happened.
So you woke
All
up
I
in the
know is
hospital?
I woke up. I was in the hospital with tools, straps, shit, all kind of around because they still didn't even know what was going on. So apparently, from what I was told, is that the car just lost control. I don't know if my friends, you know, God rest his soul, real good people though, man, and real good guys though, man. And so the car just he probably fell asleep as he realized he was about to hit the median, you know, the side of the road.
Yeah.
Just kind of swerved, and that car just kind of swerved and it went and flipped down in the embankment, you know, a little ditch. And my other friend that was in the back seat, when the car was going to airborne, he just kind of flew out the back seat.
Damn.
You know, and then the car went down the embankment. And then myself, I guess the fact that, and then my friend, it was an old car. It was an 87, you know, R7 Mazda.
Okay.
So it didn't really have much like airbag and everything. So I'm assuming that he got crushed by the steering wheel because, you know, he was a big dude.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So how many people were in the car?
So it was three of us.
So your friend passed away?
Yeah, so
Both of them?
The one that was driving.
Yeah, so both of them passed away. They made
Oh wow.
because my friend that was in the back seat when the car went airborne for your past, he suffered some damage, from flying at the back.
Yeah.
And then when driving, just the steering wheel crushed it. Because the car, if you see the car, man, it look like a little piece of lawnmower. I got pictures and everything. It just like, it just crushed. If you imagine the little RX-7 models, it's a little two-car.
Yeah.
Small.
And so you guys fell off like the hills, basically, because
Yeah,
the
car
streets
just flip,
the streets in
and just-
TJ are fucking dangerous.
but we made it to America. That's
They're
the
here.
crazy shit.
Oh shit!
Man, it was right there on Birmingham, Oceanside, California. You know Birmingham? Still to this day, every time I drive here, I'll be telling my kid, that's where this shit happened to Daddy. Because every time I drove by, you could see the little embankment where there's a bunch of houses. And Trip, what's trippy? The reason why they find us, because it was raining and the way the cars just fly there all the time. And now if you go there, they have a little thing on the side of the road they add now to prevent that from happening. Because cars usually just fly from.
So you guys weren't the first ones, basically.
No.
Damn.
And it's crazy that how they find us is just this guy. It was him and his wife, this old dude. He used to come see me in the hospital all the time. I find out who he was. And he was like, yeah, man, one day I just happened to wake up, I'm going in my kitchen. And then he heard a noise. He was right here getting some water or whatever in his kitchen. He heard a noise, he looked in the window. And he saw a car just flying on there, right in the ditch, right here by his backyard. Damn. And that's when he called 911 and everything. Because other than that, it would be hard for them to find us, where we was at. And then when they came in, and then they thought, they didn't see me at first because I was all balled up. I guess the way they explained to me the fact I was sleeping. So as the car was going airborne, so your body just kind of go with
It just goes with it.
Just kind of go with the flow. So
You don't tense up.
The dashboard was just so crushed down, and then a month there, that's how I broke my neck. So I broke C5, C6, C7, T1, and T4.
So you're a quad?
Well, at first I was considered a super quad over the years. God is good, man. I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
bro. Because that.
When I first started, it was just crazy because I had a halo.
Damn.
Yeah, halo on and just.
So you woke up with all this shit on you.
Yeah, all that shit. Like, what the fuck is this? And granted, look, I was in my right mind. Like I tell you, for a while, there was a lady that was there, a big lady. That used to talk a lot, get on my nerve, like a lot. You used to hear the voice. Come to find out, that was my mom. I didn't even know who she was. Like at first,
Damn.
it's like because they had you in so much drug, like you said.
Yeah, they do, bro.
And I had a trick because my lung collapsed.
Oh, the trachea.
So I couldn't talk and all that. So a lot of things, you just like my dumb mom just had the alphabet thing. I just point whenever I want something. But for a while, it's like I remember, it felt like Manny was saying earlier, when things like that happen to you, it felt like it's a dream, because to where I used to have all kind of dreams, and they come to find out like these wasn't dream, it was reality. Sometimes I'll be feeling like I'm drowning. I'm in the ocean, like I need help.
Yeah.
And they sometimes be the nurse that's coming and bathing me, and I'm wet, and I'm like, damn, I feel like I'm in the wet. Somebody throwing water on me, but to me, I'm in the ocean. It's something totally different. Yeah.
Well, you gotta think about it. At some point, me and JT walked. People were born like this too, But
Yeah.
at some point, me and JT walked. We ran.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So
we walked, ran, did everything walking, and all of a
You
sudden,
did the normal stuff that people that walk do. Yeah.
Yeah, so we walked, and not like when you're born like that, you have no idea that how it is to walk because you're born like that,
So okay. So you wake up in the hospital. That's fucking scary. Especially and then you say you have that crown.
Yeah.
You had the tube in your freaking throat. So you didn't even know where you're at. How long did it take for you to be like kind of how I asked Manny? How long did it take for you to recognize that you were paralyzed? How long were you in the rehab? Did you go through rehab or how did that look?
Well, yeah, it takes a long time because I went in a coma. I was in a coma. I was going in and out, stuff like that.
Oh wow!
So when I came out and tried to make sense of things, and I still didn't even know what happened to my friend. I didn't even know I was in the car. I just thought something happened. And I'm here. Okay, boom, boom, boom.
You didn't even know they passed away.
I didn't understand what was going on. I had catheter shit in my dick, like helping me piss. I didn't even know. Dude, I remember when the doctor first told me about that. I probably will have to care for the rest of my life, dude. I fucking went off. Like, no, that's impossible.
Yeah.
Because you never hear stuff like that.
Never. I didn't even know what a catheter was.
Me either.
What is this,
Bro, I remember I was 2 weeks away from going home. And I say this story every time in every episode. But the nurse came and she's like, "You have to cath yourself." I'm like, "What the fuck? What do you mean cath?" Like, I had a tube down my dick this whole time. And she's like, "Yeah, we gotta cath. You gotta cath yourself." And I'm like, "I'm not putting this shit in me." She's like, "Your mom's gonna do it." And then I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna do
Somebody has to.
I'm like, "I'm doing it." But damn, so
so
you didn't even know your homeboys passed away. Not how long? Okay, well, how long did it take for you to realize that they were gone?
So once I start realize who that lady was, it was my mom and everything. So she told my mom wasn't from my area. She came and she quit a job, and she came out here. She ain't know nobody. She was like, "Doctor, what's going on, man? It's going to be all right, With the big
Her accent, yeah.
But she'll come here. She'll come and she'll take the bus. In the military, they help her out here, just have a place lodging to stay. And she at some point because she ended up staying here for a whole year and a half. She quit a job and everything. So she found a friend, somebody that was out here, and he was Haitian. And then we met him. It's just understanding, just kind of. And then I met him too. It was real cool. It was a real cool people though, man. Helped my mom out. Got my mom a spot to stay temporarily, because you understand. My mom didn't really understand English. Didn't understand a lot of things. So she was new, like.
So your mom in Haiti and she was in New York with you guys, or how did that look?
Yeah, she was in New York. My whole family was back east still, But when she found out about the news, she just put everything to the side and just calmed me. I was the oldest boy.
Damn, bro.
The oldest boy.
We're just talking about mom, me and you.
Yeah.
Same thing, mom.
Yeah, bro. Hey, man, we're lucky we had our mom.
My mom has its fault. She has a fault, but she's me and her. It's like
you guys clash.
Like no, we real good.
Oh,
people.
okay.
All my every friend I have, when they come to your mom was cool as shit, man. She just like the homeboy. Like, she just come in, kick it with you, talk shit, whatever.
Yeah.
That's how cool she was, But yeah, so she dropped everything. She came and stayed there. I remember every day, my mom would come, take the bus to come and see me, and every time she leave, they'd come like, "All right, Mr. Theus, you know what time it is." You know what they would do? They'd throw the strap on me, because I used to be freaking out, like, what the fuck is going on, you understand? So I used to pull shit off, like fight on and pull tools out and everything, So they just throw you the little, I still have those, man. A little vest, you throw your arm in.
Yeah.
Throw your arm in, and they tie you to the bed.
Damn, they got you like that.
You used to be strapped to the bed. You know how horrible that is?
Yeah.
After a while, you still like there, you just thinking. You just close your eyes and finally fall asleep.
Yeah.
It was horrible though, man.
Bro, I used to take off my staples from my head. Because that fool pistol with me in my head too. So I remember being so high, I'm here just like, oh shit. Like, but these are fat staples. They ain't no little pussy ass staples, Yeah. So, okay, so you were supposed to be a quad, right? Like I asked you earlier, did you do therapy? What was your process like?
At first, when I had the halo, I was they transferred me to the VA hospital, because I was at Script Memorial.
Oh, okay.
And they transferred me to the VA. And when I was over there, and I'm learning a lot of things, and I'm seeing a bunch of other people in a wheelchair. These was veterans.
Okay.
And I'm watching these guys, and I'm like, damn, I'm talking about guys that's been to war, that been there for years, that had a story. And I'm around these guys, like, they're teaching me shit. And I'm like, damn, like, your blood, whatever, they tell me all kind of stuff. So I'm learning. And you know what I'm saying, when I'm going there, I'm just watching how these guys become independent. They're using the bathroom, they're transferring, they're doing everything. So I had a good in a way, it just kind of helped me out.
You had a backup in a way.
So I was, and then they really had my back. Because I was like one of them youngest at the time when I first came in, So everybody was really very welcoming and really trying to help me.
Is there one guy that stands out to you that you remember that was in the military? I'm going to say this, I don't think I've ever said it to Manny, but Manny was one of the first people. When I saw you, Manny, we were in I'm from Oklahoma City. You know, he was staying there. So I remember I'm in the block with the homies. We're outside smoking a blunt, and I see you just getting in the car. I'm like, this guy's getting in the fucking car. And I say this all the time too. I didn't like talking to people in wheelchairs. Like I didn't want to even be around them.
Yeah.
But when I saw you, I was like, this fool's fucking driving. And I was barely 3 months in the chair, dog. When you saw me,
I remember that.
I was thugged out, baggy pants.
still banging. You're
I
still
was
banging
I was
after
still
that.
banging. Yeah. And I'm like, hey, bro, how do you drive? How do you do this? And he just starts chopping it up. And he was one of those first people in wheelchairs that I was like, man, like I could fucking drive. Because people tell you, but until you see it, you're like, oh, okay. And I was like, let me see your hand controls.
You could do it. You could.
Yeah,
do it,
that you could do it. So you provoked that thought. Who's that one person for you that kind of made you see this in a different way? I guess.
Well, honestly, it was this guy at the VA. His name is, he passed away.
Okay.
God rest his soul.
Rest in peace.
His name is Winford,
Okay.
and he was tall and slim, like skinny, but tall as hell. And this guy's like, and he was a quad. But the way you couldn't tell because the way he moved, he operate, he does everything so well. Like, damn, this guy's good. And he had a green Camaro that he used to come to the VA. And then I'm like, he just boom. I'm like, damn, this guy was just downstairs at therapy. What the hell?
Right.
Quad, long and pushing, and he's a nice Camaro just pimping. Like,
Yeah.
and then he was like, yeah, so he had me, and I went in the parking lot, he opened the car, and I saw the hand control. He started talking to me, and he took me to the strip club.
Hell yeah.
That was his spot. That's
Hey, if he has a Camaro, he gotta go to the strip club.
He had his connection. He had the thing he used to do. He took me there, man.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing, like, I was 19 years old. I'm seeing him, like, in a wheelchair. It's something new. I'm in California still because I didn't think I would be in California, to tell you the truth, because I was never been in, I came out here for one, I got hurt, but I thought I'd probably end up back east.
You ended up staying.
So now I'm like, I got hurt in California, I'm going to stay out here because back east is a little different.
Bro,
it's
New
not-
York is not handicap accessible whatsoever, homie.
No, it's
I'm
not.
sorry, New
No,
York,
it's
you're
not.
just not. It's
No,
just not. It freaking sucks.
And I love you, New York, heart to my heart.
But work on that.
But you are not.
Bro, I went.
accessible.
What year did I go, Gina? I went like in 2012. My dad was like, he's like, let's drive over there. I'm like, fuck
man.
no. I'm like, I ain't trying to drive over
like
there.
3 days, 2
It was
days.
4, bro.
Oh my God.
I was on probation, so I still had to ask for permission and do all this crazy shit. Long story short, bro, we get there. And bro, we're barely crossing the bridge, and we're getting honked at like left and right. Because the way you guys drive over there, I guess, is different.
Oh my
I don't
God,
fucking
man.
know. We're getting honked at. We find the hotel, and bro, the hotel is like so old school, but that I barely fit in the elevator, like barely. And then my dad's like, well, let's go mob around. We stayed in Manhattan by the park.
Right.
And we start going around, bro. Every subway, the elevator didn't work. The security always had to carry us up the stairs. I didn't fit in no bathroom, bro. I ended up in the hospital because I got a UTI.
New York is not built. New York is not built for people.
It's
but
not.
now it's changing though. They have the new borough, the new Brooklyn, the new New York. Everything is changing now. So
Yeah,
And all the new
So
stuff
they-
gotta be wheelchair
so they
accessible.
getting up on game and
Although all the
everything,
new
but
stuff gotta be wheelchair
guessing,
accessible.
yeah.
Well.
all them brownstone building that you see, these don't have no accessibility.
nah.
Everything have steps, but this getting better though now. But yeah, New York, man, that's one of the reasons why I stay high in California. I got her in California. I hooked up with the VA, and and one thing that we worry about when you're in a wheelchair is like you want to be able to you want to be comfortable to where if I need my supply, I need this, I don't have to wait in the mail. I could go right there and get it. So everything was easy access and
Yeah.
perfect for me to be out here.
Yeah.
And that's how I ended up out here still.
And so you met that. What was his name again? The gentleman you speak about?
Winford.
Winford. So you met him. He showed you a different side of just
Yes.
what it's like to be in a wheelchair.
Yes.
One thing, bro, I'm gonna ask both of you. A lot of guys that I meet that are in wheelchairs, they struggle with relationships, being with a girl, having a girlfriend, getting married. All your kids, JT, are wheelchair babies. Last time, so check it out, you guys. He's married. He has a family, big family. And my wife is pregnant right now too with our second baby.
All right.
So,
Congratulations.
thank you.
Congratulations.
But I remember when he told me, I'm like, yeah, all these kids, I had them in the wheelchair. I'm like, damn, bro, like they're all wheelchair babies. Like that's what's up. What was? did you struggle getting in a? Obviously, you didn't struggle, right? Because you have a big family. But in the beginning, did you think, man, am I gonna have kids? Am I gonna be in a relation? Were you in a relationship at that time? How did that look like?
Well, you know what? When I remember when I was at the VA, there was a nurse that just came in and she was just telling me about stuff. She was real nice, and I started crying, like I was just crying because she used to talk, and I'm just damn. How am I gonna live? Like, you know, I mean, this is totally new. Like, how am I gonna be able to drive? How am I gonna do this? How am I gonna be able? Who's gonna have to take care of me? Do I need somebody to take care of me? And all she would say, "You're gonna be all right, man. You're gonna be all right." I'm like, how? Because it was it's new, man. Like, how do you prepare yourself for something like that? But the crazy thing is, like, when I was at the VA, they have something they call ILA. It's called an independent living apartment. It's like a little apartment that's inside of VA. So before they released me from there, they had me go and stay there. I had to stay there for a week. My mom couldn't help me. Nobody couldn't help me. So, and then within that little apartment, it's like a little room. It has a bathroom. There's a kitchen. So they had me going to the store. I had to hop on the bus to try to learn how to go grocery shopping with a reacher, doing all that bullshit, you know what I'm saying, grabbing stuff in a reacher.
So you were living by yourself?
No. I had to learn how to do that before they discharged me from the hospital.
Okay.
So it was a ILA, the independent living apartment that was in the hospital. So I stayed there for a week. I stayed there for a week, and after that, from there, they discharged me when I was clear. Discharged me from there, then I had to end up moving by myself.
Yeah.
But I had to learn. I remember when I first fell, and there wasn't nobody here because I was trying to transfer, and I fell. And for 15 minutes, I was on that floor just cussing, getting mad, like, fuck, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But there was nobody around.
Yeah.
I figured it out, man.
Yeah. That's really the only freaking option.
I figured it out.
That's really the only option, yeah.
And after that, it just felt good. Then I was like, I start seeing, like, you know what? Maybe it might not be so bad, you know. And then when I moved, I went to find me a place in Spring Valley. And then I moved there, and I remember when I moved there in Spring Valley, it was just me in an apartment with a Walkman. Back then we had Walkman.
Yeah, back then.
With a Walkman, I had a hospital bed. It was just a hospital bed and a Walkman in the apartment. That's it. I had no friend, nobody. It's just a lot of my buddy. Some of my buddy, when I got it, they went overseas. You know, after time, you know, they start coming to see me. But it was just, I had no family. It was just my mom that was out here, and you know, it was something new though. But I had to get used to it. But you know,
how'd you meet your lady?
But over the years, as slowly started adapting, adjusted to the wheelchair life.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie. I mean, shit, man. Like, when life hands you a lemon, what the hell you do? You
squeeze the shit out of it.
You know what I'm saying? You do something out of it.
Lemonade.
So, I mean, I've learned, the fact that I was at the hospital and I seen so many veterans, so many guys, old peers, that was just, and I'm looking at these guys like, damn, they was worse than me. I'm talking about, you got a guys with no legs, no arms.
Yeah.
Shit. And he's smiling every day, like, you know, just like, dude, there's nothing wrong. I just can't walk.
Yeah.
You know, so, but over the time, so I just started having friends. I dated here and there, you know, party, blah, blah, this and that. And I just met and then after years down the line in 2004, I met my wife.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
I met her to a friend.
To a friend?
And then we've been, it just, you know, sometimes when you meet someone, they just kind of like, yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Stuff. I'm like,
absolutely.
You know, something is gonna come out of that.
Yeah.
And then we hooked up that night, boom, yada yada. You know, one thing led to another. Before you know it.
And now you guys have like 5 kids and shit.
Yeah, we got 4. Man,
four or 5?
4.
I'm telling you, dude. When I find out
how to do it.
It's a wrap. Man, if I could, I would have had 10 babies.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Shit.
For sure.
But, you know, but yeah, it's not up to me.
It's not.
But it's fun though. I mean, she's awesome though. I mean, the kids are great, and it just give you a really purpose, because you know you get in a wheelchair, you wonder like, what the fuck, dude? I'm a guy in a wheelchair. I'm gonna die like that. I'm gonna get old, and as you get older in the wheelchair, it looks like the world seems to care less about you
In a way, yeah.
because you're in a wheelchair. It's more like you somebody's problem.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
bro.
As you get
Right.
older, like somebody had to do this for you. You know, that's how people think.
You're right.
You know?
You're right. Absolutely.
So, yeah, but I met my wife though, man, and then we've been good. But we didn't get married till 2000. Damn, I'm gonna get in trouble here. No, but we got married.
2015.
Manny had to tell him. What, you were at the wedding or what?
Yeah, well,
you were. You were at the wedding.
This guy had a blast in our wedding.
Hell yeah.
No, but we got married. It was after 12 years or something.
That's what's up.
together.
Yeah, bro. Hey, it takes time, man.
Yeah,
My lady, I met her when I was 14. I didn't ask her to marry me until I was 23, so she had to wait a while, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I mean,
For me, like you said, like, you know, like when you get in your accident, you're like, how am I gonna drive again? And then one of those was it. Like I was like, how am I gonna date again? You know what I'm saying? It was weird.
Yeah.
Like it was weird to me. So imagine the girl. You know what I mean? And I'm like, dude, how am I gonna date? And then at some point you start driving, and then you get confident, and as soon as you know it, you got one girl. And you're like, oh shit, I'm gonna give me another girl.
To be honest,
You know
that's
what I mean?
really how
You
it
get
happened to me
confidence.
too. I got
You
my
get
car.
confidence. You get your car, you get confidence, bro. Like how
Yeah.
to speak, even though you're on a wheelchair, you speak a certain way, and you're like, and girls like, oh sure,
But you know-
or you're drunk a little bit. You know what I mean? You drink a couple of beer, or you're drunk a little bit. You're like, and you're spitting game. As soon as you know, like, oh, I can spit game on a wheelchair, dude. You're like,
Hey, homie, he's
know what I
telling
mean?
you real shit. Yeah,
but you
yeah.
know, like I can speak it. Like you get confidence, and you're like, oh, I can speak it. As soon as you know, you be like, oh, I have two girls now. And oh shit, I could get girls.
I only had one. I only had one.
One after another.
After another.
but it's crazy though. I don't know if you guys deal with that. But
Oh yeah, cabrón, oh yeah,
yeah.
cabrón. Oh yeah,
But I don't
up?
know if you guys deal with that, but it's like a lot of things, like a lot of girls, you're like it's curiosity.
A lot of
Yeah.
it.
You know,
Go ahead.
it's
Speak
just-
on that, please.
A lot of people, you know, the girls. I used to get girls that wonder, "Hey man, I wonder, can you still have sex? Can you still do this? Can you still?" I'm like, man, life's good. I'm just not walking. Life continues.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, dude, I sometimes I'd be at the club just dancing, and girls would just come and dance and sit on top of me. Like I didn't even go up to them or
Bro,
nothing.
bro, it
That's
happens
what
in
I'm saying, it's curiosity.
It happens in front of my lady. Like girls will just
Yeah.
like one time like this big girl just came out of nowhere and started dancing on me, and she's right next to me, right? And I'm here looking at her like
Yeah,
I'm
you're
not
like,
doing
oh,
shit.
shit, I'm not doing nothing.
But hold on.
He's like, I got flat tires.
Nah, but the chick turns around and starts talking to me like, oh, you know, how'd you end up in the wheelchair, whatever. She has a cousin in the wheelchair. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm here with she was my girlfriend at the time. She's all like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Went to go buy us around. But one thing you said, and I'm gonna say this because there's people out there in wheelchairs that struggle or maybe have that doubt. Like JT said, a lot of girls is because they are curious, they know somebody in a wheelchair,
yeah,
or
they
they're
know.
just drunk and they're partying.
Yeah.
That's been my experience. Like, and this is how I'm gonna say my lady, her cousin's in a wheelchair, so she knows about it. She knew about wheelchair stuff before I did.
Yeah.
So like that's you know, for guys that are gonna try to get in a relationship, usually that's kind of how it works, and it is what it is, man. It's they want to know if they find you attractive, they're gonna want to know, right? And that's just really what it is.
Yeah, and I was fine too, bro.
Yeah, and I was fine.
That was my day and shit, you know?
I was 150 pounds, 140
Bro,
pounds.
you know how many times I've gone to a bar and somebody's like, oh my God, I've seen you before. I'm like, yeah, I don't know you. You want a shot? Sure, why not? Fucking 5 shots later.
I know, me too. I've
You
done
know?
that too.
What's up, JT? Go ahead.
No, but you know what I mean? Because I remember my cousin tell me, hey, bro, man, like, fuck that, man. You know what I'm saying? Just stay fit, you know?
Yeah,
Stay
yeah.
fit, do you, man. As long as you got your fresh cut, you look good, whatever, you be all right. Man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then we start meeting people as you get older, and you have a personality too, you know what I mean?
You do, bro. You have
Because
to.
there's some people I know that I've seen people come and trying to offer their help, and then to where like guys in the wheelchair get so fucking pissed, like
Right.
it's a crime.
Right.
And I'm sorry. Sometimes I'm embarrassed. I'm like, dude, like shit. They don't know. They just want to help. Like,
Yeah.
And sometimes people just don't know. They just when you see somebody and they need help, you just human instinct. You just want to come in.
Yeah.
Help with the chair. Some people like, no, don't get off me. Get away from me. No, don't grab. You know, but I don't know, man.
Look, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this because of what you said. You know, I know also a lot of guys in wheelchairs that. This is my opinion. The reason why they're not in a relationship or they can't keep one because besides the fact that physically they're disabled, they're also mentally disabled.
Right.
Because like you said, if you have a bad character, you don't your persona, you don't take care of yourself. You know, I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna sound nasty, but I know fools in wheelchairs, bro. They smell like piss and shit.
Yeah.
And they don't even take the time to somehow stay clean or keep that maintenance for themselves,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
So if you're in a wheelchair, you're trying to be in a relationship. If you have a bad attitude about your disability, and if you're not taking care of yourself and somehow being neat and clean, you ain't gonna get nothing. You ain't gonna get no relationship. It's just that's just how it is. Because if you're mentally disabled, nobody wants to be around that. And when I mean mentally disabled, you don't even have to be in a wheelchair. You could just be a negative Karen type of fucking lady, guy, whatever, that just finds any reason to complain, that wants to bitch or wants to act like a fucking victim. So if you're gonna do that, you ain't getting no, you know what? You're not getting no love. You're not getting no love, homie, because nobody likes that. You don't you don't want to be with somebody and feel sorry for them, and them also feel sorry for themselves. Like that's so unattractive, whether you're walking or not. So. It is,
and I get it. I mean, I understand. Sometimes it's easy to say that, you know, if you the mental state, you know, but some people you can't really help it.
You can't. Yeah,
some of them just can't help it. Some guy get in the wheelchair, and then some of them probably didn't have the outlet, the help that I got to help me move on, and some of them just kind of give up.
Yeah, they do.
Just sit at home, don't do nothing, and then everything take over.
It does, bro.
So like now you just start smelling, you start doing everything.
Your body odor,
and then you get used to it like somebody else will smell you, but you won't smell it yourself because you within that smell all day.
Yeah.
So you become all that. So
yeah, you do.
It's hard.
And I'll be honest, I'm that type of motherfucker that'll tell you like, "F fool, you fucking like stink, homie. Like do something, bro. Like I'm not gonna be out loud and be like, "Hey, you stink." But I'm like, "Yeah, homie, like you know, like fucking do something about it." Like it's not.
Or take him to the side and tell him, "Hey, man."
Yeah. I'm not gonna be disrespectful and put him on blast, but yeah, I'm the type of guy that like, "Yeah, homie, like check it out. Like you know, maybe switch this up a little bit or do something about it because this is like." No, bro. You know, nobody wants to smell your shit. Like, I'm sorry, I don't give a fuck.
And then, and then what's crazy is when that happens, like que huele, they smell. They kind of they smell him, and he's on a wheelchair, and they're like, all people on wheelchair smell.
It just gives us a bad reputation.
It gives a bad reputation, bro. Like,
you know?
all people, if he smells he's on a wheelchair, all the people in wheelchair smell now. That's the way they think.
I'm going to say this so it doesn't look like we're talking shit. We understand we get accidents. We understand that.
Yeah, we do.
But even that, man, I'm going to say this. If you know you can't eat certain foods, don't fucking eat them. You're going to shit yourself. If you know, a lot of us, this has happened to me, bro, from drinking beer. Beer makes you pee every time. There's times where I lost track of it and I'm fucked. And now I'm like, now I have to go shower. I'm not even gonna drink no more because I don't want to be pissing myself.
Yeah, it messed up your.
But if you know you're gonna be drinking, if you know you're gonna be eating stuff you're not supposed to, and you know what to expect, it's not like you didn't know, homie. It's like hey, you could you could prevent it before it even gets nasty. Because guess what? That's the reality of being in a wheelchair. You're gonna have accidents. That's not even.
You gotta know your body.
My last accident was literally last week, and it was because I couldn't. My wife will tell you I fucking passed out. I didn't get up. And boom, fucking, I fucking peed myself. Yeah, but you know, I didn't even recognize it. So I really want to hit this right here because I feel this is very important. What you guys do, what you guys are involved in. JT, tell us a little bit about Road to Success, what the organization is all about, and what is basically your guys' main focus for the organization. What do you guys do?
Well, Road to Success, man, this organization started. First, it was just a team.
Okay.
You know, the San Diego Silverback team.
Okay.
And there's a bunch of old veterans such as myself, Manny, Samuel, Nehemiah, a lot of us that's been playing for a lot of years. Mm-hmm. At the time, Joaquin Lavery, I think he was part of it too.
Yeah.
Fernandez, you know. So a bunch of guys that played for a lot of years, and over time, that as we've seen, the sports is growing, basketball is growing, and then in San Diego never really have something as solid strictly about basketball.
Okay.
They have a recreational program where people come just recreational, just come to have fun, you play, shoot the hoop, and just be done. But you also have guys that want to play competitive.
Right.
You know, that's actually, hey man, I just on top of it being recreational, I want to actually do this for real.
Mm-hmm.
I go out there and compete. And but that's how Road to Success started. I remember when we left we used to be with a different organization, and over the years that things didn't go that well, to where they kind of had that falling off.
Yeah.
So now and then nobody was doing nothing. We had nothing going on, and it was right before COVID.
Okay.
So nobody had nothing going on. It's like guys just pretty much at home, because that was at the time when the gym was shut down and everything. So like, what do you do? So I mean, and then so then I went downtown, and I had a friend of mine help me out, and I went just create a business name. You know, Road to Success, like wheelchair rolling. I look it up, Google it, and find out, and I didn't see nothing up on it. So I'm like, this perfect name. At first, it was Roll for Success.
Okay.
That's originally what the organization that we create. Then later come Road to Success.
Nice.
And basically, that program is there for anybody that's in a wheelchair. As far as to come out here, just if you not just to play, just to meet friends.
Yeah.
So I have guys like Manny I've known for 20 years, since 2000. I've known, and I've known you for quite a while, for a few years. You know?
A few years.
So there's pretty much all these guys that we within San Diego is like, man, we a bunch of older guys, like we can be mentored. Why not? Because then I'm watching all these kids coming along, and I'm like, this is a much needed program that's needed for this community. And
so it's not just for military people, right? It's also everything. Kids,
it's for
civilians.
It's for kids. It's for civilians.
The community, for the community.
For women, and whether you have money, whether you don't have money. We also have a recreational department to where, like, if you don't want to compete, you just want to come for a workout, just interact, shoot the shit. You know what I'm saying? Just hang out with some friends and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You're more than welcome to do. You come anytime as you feel. Come, anytime you want, and just do so. But if you want to compete, so we also have a competitive team.
Yeah.
And just until last year we started incorporating youth, because we
a varsity team.
The youth.
Yeah.
We always been the adult, and then but so a few parents have reached out to, hey man, why not?
Yeah.
Which make a lot of sense. Which make every sense in the world to have a kid.
Absolutely.
And watching these kids now over the years that I've been coaching, the way they develop and changing what they're learning, it just makes things much more real to like, hey man, you know what? This is something. They just solidified what we do a lot more.
Yeah.
And yeah, but the Road to Success is this guy, it's me, it's you.
Yeah.
It's your wife, it's Manny.
Yeah.
It's anybody that's want to support the community.
Yeah, absolutely.
Come out here. Have you seen rolling to victory? Man, you want to believe that his logo.
That's him right there.
That's
what's up. That's what's up.
Let me get my hat off with the hair.
It can be you. It can be me. It can be anybody.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this about the organization. Like he said, I have a wheelchair he gave me that I haven't even taken out. I don't like to play basketball, you guys. It's more recreational for me. If I go, it's because I'm gonna just go play around. But backing up what JT said, anybody could go. There's parents take their kids, regular people that are just curious about what it looks like. Because when you really think about it, a lot of people don't know what wheelchair basketball looks like. It's not like it's the most popular type of thing, right? But once you're involved in this type of community, you're exposed to it, and a lot of these kids that have been around, bro, they've grown up with you guys. You guys are literally mentors. You guys are, I don't even want to say mentors, you guys are more like family to them, because they show up, call you by your name, show you guys the most respect because of the time you guys put in for this, man. Because not everybody I'm gonna be honest, I'm not one of those. I like to do podcasting and talking and all that, but it's awesome that you guys take the initiative to have this opportunity for people. Because when I go on other like Facebook pages of people with disabilities in other states, they don't have this, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Like they do not have this. There is no sports. They don't have a team. They don't have a gym. They don't got none of that. So the fact that you guys take your time and you're making the phone calls, talking to the right people, finding the gym, finding the donations for the parents that donate, because parents donate. They believe in it so much that they put in their money, and they're able to get you a wheelchair that at least you could borrow it as while you're there at the gym and play with them. So it's freaking awesome how it works.
Yeah, it is, man. And And the parents, man, like you said, man, the parents make things so much easier when you have parents that want the same thing that you want
For your kids.
and and it just makes things so much easier, and everything. Like to start it, me and Manny, I met Manny like a while back. He used to play with the San Diego Express team.
Oh, okay,
That
okay.
was what I'm talking about in the '90s, 2000, when there was very few teams in the league. Now you got Denny, you got 100-something teams.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about before there was like 20 teams or something.
Yeah.
So and then to where so much that they used to be a Division 1, Division 2, Division 3. They canceled Division 1, and there was only Division 2 and Division
2 and 3. Wow.
The 2 and 3 they didn't have because they didn't have that many teams.
So Division 1 is like the highest level, I'm
Yes.
guessing, right?
Yeah, but,
okay.
Yeah, but they took it away.
Yeah.
So for years.
Yeah.
So now as the program start getting bigger and bigger now to where like not even have a women division now. So now to where now they have Division 1 came back. So, but I was involved with these guys. I'm talking about the San Diego Express there, and over the years that it fell off. To where, you know what I'm
okay.
saying? The people that was doing it, there was
No money. There was no money.
There was
There
no
wasn't
money.
no money, no funding coming in. We wasn't doing no fundraising, so the team just kind of died off. And then that's when I joined that program that I was telling you, which was ASRA.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, Adaptive Sports of San Diego. I mean, it was pretty legit though. They work a lot. They do a lot of camps for the kids, which is great. You know,
Yeah.
for the kids. You know,
A lot of these kids, are they born in the wheelchair, accidents, or what? What is, from your experience, what is the most common thing that kids have that end up in such a young age in a wheelchair?
Well, a lot of kids are really actually born. The majority.
Well,
of kids
some of them have diseases too, right?
Yeah.
Like a disease.
So a lot of them are born that way
with that disease.
or they come with a disease. And the
Yeah.
one that with the disease usually just kids that just wasn't born out here in the
So like spinal bifida,
There we
stuff
go.
like that.
Yeah.
But so a lot of that. So you seen these kids, so really they don't know nothing. That's what all they know.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they find out about the sports, and you see, and then they get on the wheelchair and start playing, and you see the smile, the light, you
Yeah,
know, how
bro.
much joy, you know, it just tell you, damn, you know, whoa. So I'm doing something good.
Nah, man, and yeah, you're helping them develop their character, bro, through the sports. You know what I mean? I think that's very important because, you know, if I think about it, bro, if I was their age in the wheelchair, going to school, you know, you stand out. You stand out, and you know, as teenagers, as kids, sometimes we could be ignorant about life and just, you know, mistreat people because based on how they look or whatever the fuck. But
we recruit them from everywhere. Like we got a little kid. His name is Little Diego. He's probably like 9 now, right?
No, Diego's about 11. He's
Or
been
11.
with us since 6 years
And
old.
I recruited him when he was 6 years old.
damn.
And he's been playing with us for 5 years. And you know where I recruited him? At Mission Beach. He was at Mission Beach with his mom and stuff. And I'm like, hey, what's up, dude? You want to play basketball? And he goes, what? And
He didn't know?
He didn't know. He's like, what are you talking about? I was like, what's your basketball? We'll get you a chair. I don't know. 3 weeks later, a month later,
He showed up.
He showed up. JT started coaching him, and I did. I'm his backup. We started coaching him, and he's Little Diego now, and he's involved in wheelchair
you gotta
basketball.
see
He's
that.
involved in.
he's part of the
Road to
game.
Success. Yeah, and then
yeah.
one time we did his school. You know, we did a school, a presentation, and his school gave us $1,000. Yeah, he did the donation. Like, so he's doing something. Like, he's helping us out. Like, you know what I mean?
He's helping you guys as much as you're helping them. Yeah.
Yeah.
What were we gonna say, JT?
People don't realize that that program right here is something that we need.
Yeah.
As we got in a wheelchair, sometimes we get comfort in our own skin. We don't do some stuff. We don't get up and trying to go to the gym like a regular person and trying to get a workout.
Yeah.
So you figure twice a week you come here, you get a good workout.
Oh, you
see
do?
that.
Oh, you sore.
come,
After
push, you
pushing?
sweating, and that's good enough.
Awesome
good
workout.
cardio for you. So this is something neat. And then now you have kids now. Like imagine you young and you know nothing but being in the wheelchair. And
Yeah,
you go to high school, right? And then when you go to high school and you hear all the time these kids that are joining the varsity
groups,
their groups. And at least I have kids that's in our program. They love coming after school because when they come, it's like they come into their own. They feel comfortable. It's like everybody's on the same boat. Now they get to talk, go to school and talk. Hey man, I got practice. I got basketball practice. I'm in the team.
Okay.
You know, they get
Yeah,
to talk about that.
Absolutely.
It really change a kid's life.
Yeah.
And now
Big time.
you have now finally, which is a little bit behind, which should have happened back, but they know what they're doing now, which is the San Diego State University that's trying to promote the adaptive sport to give kids opportunities to where if you want to go to school and play collegiate, on the collegiate level, you get to do so. So there's a lot of changes that happen within the program, within the sports, and that's why San Diego needed to have something to solidify that.
Like JT said, like JT said, not only that, when they go, they go into the gym. There's like 15, 20 people that are wheelchair bound.
Yeah.
And they're probably like, God, I thought I was the only one.
Only one, yeah.
Or I thought it was me and my neighbor the only ones on wheelchair. And they go inside the gym, and they're fucking full of young
everybody's
people,
in the wheelchair.
young people, old people, white people, black people, Mexican, Árabes, de todo, bro. Everything, every race, every age, every ethnicity. And we're all like a family, like you said. We're all road to success.
It is, yeah. All you guys, I came around. Let's say 2015. Let's say 2015, right? That's how long I've been around. But even there's a lot of people that've been there a lot longer than me. And I know one kid that stands out to me is James. Oh, yes. And Mike's kid. What's Mike's kid's name? Mike Angelo, bro. Yeah, Angelo was the first kid I saw in a wheelchair. Yeah. I remember leaving crying, seeing that fool. Not even that fool, my bad. Seeing the kid, right? And because I was the first kid I ever saw in a wheelchair, and I'm like, that's not fair. Like, that's how I saw it, bro. I'm like, that's not fair that he's like that. I'm like, I deserve it. I was in the gang. This is what comes with it. But when I was here, and you look at him now, he's freaking grown. And I met him before I met you guys. I met him at the Challenge Center, bro, in 2011. So I remember seeing him. I'm like why? What? Like what? And you see him today, bro. And his dad is awesome, bro. His dad is freaking great.
He does everything, man.
Let me ask you this question. Is basketball the only sport you guys are focused on? Is there other sports that are gonna come along eventually? What does that look like?
Well, right now, and that's the whole that's the road to success. Isn't it? We provide adaptive athletics.
Okay.
To the community.
Okay.
Right now, basketball was our strongest suit right now. Mm-hmm. But currently, as we speak, last week we started a softball team currently. And then we're trying to start a wheelchair softball team. And we have Coach Jaime Baltazar.
Jaime was here, you guys. You saw Jaime, he was here.
So and Tony, Coach Tony.
He's going to be coaching, and Tony Rubino.
Okay.
He's going to be coaching, and I'm not sure if Shea McVeigh,
Okay.
I call him Shea Butter. But these guys going to be coaching. So, I mean, that first practice, we practice every Tuesday. Is going to be every Tuesday at the Sports Arena Boulevard. You could Google it if you're familiar with
in the parking lot.
If you're familiar with a Kobe swap meet, this usually be held is right there at the Kobe swap
or the Pachanga Arena. That's the name of it today.
Right, that's the exact name.
Pachanga. I don't know how they got that name. They like to party because that's what we know it as, Pachanga. Yeah.
But every Tuesday from 5 to 7:30, we are practicing there. So if you're interested, whether you want to play or not, please come out.
Yeah.
Just show some support. We're trying to promote this team right now as a recreational. We're trying to get some exposure. And but hoping to groom a team in the near future.
And how about basketball? What days can they find you? Where can they find you?
And basketball is on Wednesday. We practice Wednesday on Saturday. Wednesday from 5:30 to 7:30. That's when we have the kids. It's right there at the Park de la Cruz Gymnasium.
In City Heights, you guys.
The address 3901 Landis Street. And also on Saturday from 1 to 3 with the varsity, and 3 to 5 for the adults. So and then so Wednesday and Saturday, that's what we at the Park de la Cruz for basketball, and Tuesday we do softball, and we not stopping there.
Hell no. Hey, bro, if you get football here, wheelchair football, you guys, I tried out wheelchair football in LA.
I'm telling you,
the Rams have their own team, bro.
San Diego.
I don't like basketball. I don't like anything, but football, bro. Man, I'm saying this. I'm saying this in front of the freaking camera. Once it comes up, I'm so devoted to it. Tell me, bro.
I'm gonna tell you something.
That shit is hard.
San Diego, I'm telling you, wake up. We got so many athletes. Since Road to Success was started, we started with about a handful of athletes. Now we got well over 40 athletes, from kids from 8 and up to 17 high school and adult. That's part of the program. Yeah. So there's athletes out there. The sky's the limit, and I'm telling you, football, we coming. And I'm telling you,
I am ready.
The Rolling Padres for the softball team, and a lot of things like people don't realize, our organization is just 100% of whatever we do and raise and go toward the program.
Yeah.
We don't have no paid staff. So guys like myself and Manny Kano, And Manny Fernandez, when these guys come, whenever I reach out to them and help out, they come out their own wheels.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
come in, they do 3 hours, 4 hours, they straight up helping, coaching, and you're trying to lead people, you know.
That's why.
And
That's why I
just
respect you guys. That's
Yeah,
why I
so-
respect you guys. You guys don't ask for nothing in return. You guys still do your part, and you know what you guys get in return. These kids becoming somebody, and them feeling that they are somebody. Just not because they're in the wheelchair, but just like you empower them to want to keep going, man. You know, and that's why I felt it was important to have you guys here, man. I say this all the time. I don't want no sad story without some progress with it.
Yeah.
And that's what you guys have done with it, man. You guys came from a tragic incident. From man, bro, something I didn't even want to focus on, but bro, you survived out of 3 people, bro.
Yeah,
like
crazy.
that's fucked up that they had that they passed, and it's awesome that you made it, bro. It's a fucked up. I don't want to say it's a good and a bad thing because it's kind of in between.
What is that? Sweet and sour. Sweet and
Yeah,
sour. It's like
bro.
a
The
sweet and
fact
sour
that you
situation.
survived that, bro, is it's a blessing, man. It's how do you see that, JT? You know, I didn't even get to hit that, but how do you see it?
Well, like you said, I mean, for years, you know, I mean, when things happen to you, you kind of ask yourself why. Like,
Yeah.
what is the reason? For the lifestyle that I was living, I wasn't no game banger, but I had friends and family. I'm always around it. That was my thing, you know.
Yeah.
But it's just, I never thought being in a wheelchair is something I'll have to deal with. So it's like, and then it wasn't until when I really start the program, and you know, I still love to play. I like to play. Am I able to play? Yes. Do I know how to play? Yes. Can I still shoot around, keep up with everything? Yeah. But it wasn't until when I start coaching a few times, and I didn't miss it, and I was like, you know what? That's what I need to do. You know,
Wow.
You know how sometimes you want to play, but it's like I was coaching, and it was okay. It's like I didn't feel like, oh, I need to play, I need to coach, you know. So I was like, you know what? So not coaching was okay, and I felt my voice was much needed somewhere else to be able to teach, to get people to come, you know. And I fall in love with that, and as I got better and better, and I just get better, and I'm like, you know what? So when I sit at home, these questions I used to ask when I first got hurt, Anthony, I swear to you, I used to like, what is my purpose? What the hell am I doing here? What am I supposed to be doing? And God will give you answer in a weird way that you don't listen. And I sit here and think, and I'm like, you know what, dude? Maybe that was my calling. You know, He put us in position, like you saying that. Look at this guy that's riding a rodeo and shit, tugging the bull's nut, and just bang his back, and then being from you know where? And I'm right here from back east, and it's somehow that since 2000 that we've been together. Been friends,
Crazy,
doing
bro.
things, and look what we're doing today.
And it's freaking
And
awesome.
One day I call him out. I was like, Manny, what the fuck, dude? We getting old, man. Like,
Well,
what are we chasing?
it
man?
all started.
Yeah,
It all started with the organization that he was talking about. We're tired of all these organizations kind of messing with us, being assholes. You know what I mean? So,
Not taking you guys serious.
Not taking us serious. Just them doing whatever we want, and I was the one doing the outreach for them. JT was doing all kinds of stuff for them, their wheelchairs and everything. So JT one day he's all, "Hey Manny, the hell with this.
Let's
The
do
hell
it
with
for
this."
us.
He's all, he put in work, he put in time, he put in his own money, he put in all kinds of hours on the phone, all kinds of stuff. He got his nonprofit organization, and then after that, it was kind of like, it's gonna go slow, but we're gonna get the ball rolling. And I'm in charge. Me and little Manny are in charge of the outreach. We go out and talk to kids. We put up a wheelchair a wheelchair basketball presentation for them.
What elementary school did we go to like a couple months ago? Where was it? In Vista?
In Vista, somewhere in
Yeah,
Vista,
we went to a school in Vista, freaking elementary kids, man. We had a blast.
Yeah, it's
had
cool.
a blast. Had the teachers playing with us. Bro, it's so. I love the exposure, man. I love the exposure. You guys,
the exposure is nice.
it's freaking awesome. Look, let's end it like this because we have a little bit of time left. Manny, what would you say to somebody new to this situation? Somebody that's barely in their year, 2 years, somebody that just ended up paralyzed yesterday. What would you say to them to show them that it's gonna be all right, bro? It's not gonna be always perfect, obviously, but it's gonna be all right. What would you say to somebody that's new to the disability, I guess?
Well, I can't tell them it's gonna be. I'm not gonna tell them it's gonna be perfect. I'm not gonna tell them, oh, everything's gonna be, good. I'm not, because it's not, bro. I mean, it's not.
No, it takes a while.
It takes a while. It takes, like I always said, physically, I could do it, bro. Physically, I mean, push my chair, transfer, physically, I could do it. We could do it. It's a little bit harder mentally. You know what I mean? Like mentally, you're kind of like, why me? Why the fuck am I gonna? Why the fuck do I have to use this catheter? Why do I have to do this? Oh, why do I have to do this? So mentally, it kind of messes with you. But at some point, it's gonna be tough. But like once it gets tough, from then on, it's only gonna get better though. You know what I mean? So I mean,
it's either gonna make you or break you, bro.
Make you or break you, and at some point, you gotta be tough. Like even if you gotta wake up one day and be like, you know what, fuck this shit. I'm gonna be tough, and I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna drive. Like JT, I'm gonna drive. I'm gonna go to clubs. I'm gonna go to this. I'm gonna meet girls. I'm gonna go to school and get my bachelor's. Blah blah blah. At some point, you gotta think like, you know what, I could do this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna beat this disability. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna beat it. I'm gonna start being independent and going out doing this, living my life and stuff. So my word is, you know what? At first, it's gonna be tough. But it'll get better, though. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's gonna be tough, but it'll get better. And once it gets better, you're gonna love life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you already knew how tough that shit was. Right after your accident,
you'll appreciate it.
You'll appreciate it, and after that, you're like, you know what? Everything just falls together. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna say this. You know, I don't think anybody in the wheelchair has never thought, man, I'd rather just die. I think I did. I don't have the balls to kill myself. I've never tried to kill myself, but I got to a point where like, man, I should have just fucking died. You know, and you're gonna be able to get over that thought.
Yeah.
You know, JT, what would you say, bro? Somebody that's new to the situation, bro, that is struggling with it.
Well, just pretty much, man. I mean, it's gonna be tough. I mean, you just gotta take it a day at a time, dude. You know?
Okay.
And as time go by, things will heal. Things will get better. You will adjust.
Yeah.
You know, like they're saying that God don't never give you more than you can handle. You know what I'm saying? Somehow it is. If that's what you have, you're gonna find a way to make it work. You know.
Yeah.
And the key to it is just not to give up and just keep on going. Believe in yourself. And
have faith in God.
Yourself and keep pushing yourself. And the key is just not to give up.
Not
to sit around, just keep dwelling and saying, why? Guess what? The why? It starts with you by making something happen.
It does.
You know, get your ass up. You can, if you can't walk, shit, roll, bro.
Yeah. Figure it out.
Road to success.
Yeah, man. We got to, bro. Yeah,
So,
a lot of people, you know, I feel they my thing was being embarrassed of people seeing me.
Yeah.
So, you know, one thing you have to do is take the initiative and put yourself out there. That's really the only thing you could do if you have that insecurity, you know what I mean? Right. But you just gotta put yourself out there, take the chance, and people respect you when they see that you didn't quit. Like bro, I go to the gym every other 2-3 days. I go to 24-hour fitness. People come up to me, he's like, man, I don't know what you got going on, but I fucking love it. And I'm like, you know what, bro? I'm just not. This is how I say it, man. I'm not a little bitch. I'm gonna keep fucking pushing it. I'm not gonna quit. And people respect it and admire it, man. And that's really what it is. I'm not here. Just don't quit. Take the advice from these gentlemen that are doing something with it, are helping other people take the initiative to better themselves, and that's really what it is, you guys. Manny,
thank you.
Fucking love you guys, Mon. JT,
love you, bro. Thanks for having us.
No, you guys are awesome, man. You guys, this is Wheal Talk, where we have that real talk, real conversations. My boy Manny, JT. Check us out on YouTube. Subscribe, like, whatever you want to do. Check us out on TikTok, you guys. Thank you so much. This is Wheal Talk, you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.